Hi there, this is Srikanth Dasari. So, in this lesson, we are going to learn something about functions in C. Okay, so all the basics about functions. So, let us launch the ID here. So, already I have created a project under the name function1. Yeah, okay, which contains function c.c file. Okay, so if you observe the small piece of code here, which has just a void main and just a printf statement. So if you save and run this program, the output is quite obvious, which is just the message with what we have used in the printf statement here. Okay, so in this small piece of code, we have already used 3 functions. Okay, so those functions are called as library functions apart from main. Okay, the first function which we have used in this program is this void main. Okay, so the entire program fits in this special function. Okay, so main is the function where the execution of the program starts. Okay, so even though you write 10,000 lines of code, or you write so many user-defined functions, so if the execution just starts begins with the main function. So this is the first function which I have used here, which is function main. Okay, so the second function is this printf function. Okay, so this is a library function which sole purpose is to print the message. So whatever we have used in this quotations, between these quotations. Okay, so this printf function is defined in the header file as hash include stu.h. Okay, so for that purpose we have included our header file here. Okay, so the definition and all the stuff related to this function are written under the name this header file. Okay, so if you include this header file, so then you are able to use the printf function. Okay, so this is the second function. Okay, so in the same way we have getch. So we have used a number of times getch in our program to make the output a constant. Okay, that means until you give a character input, the output stays. Okay, so this is the third function here, getch. Okay, so we have used 2 library functions, and obviously the main function which has to be there. Every program contains at least one function, okay, which is main. So we need not specifically tell that main is a library function or something like that. Okay, so every C program which contains at least one function which is main function. So apart from that we have used 2 library functions. So one is defined under stdio.h, and other getch is defined under conio.h. Okay, both are header files. Okay, so apart from that we have included one more header file here, which is math.h. Okay, so math.h is a header file which contains number of mathematical functions defined under it. Okay, so for example, if you can take a square sqrt. Okay, so let us take a variable here. So int n is equal to 10. Okay, so and let's take a double variable to catch the square root. Okay, let's say it as double d, something like this. Okay, so double d. So okay, so if you say something like this, d is equal to sqrt of n, it just here sqrt is a library function. Okay, function, library function. It's library function to perform square root operation. Okay, so sqrt is a library function which is defined under the header file math.h. Okay, so the sole purpose of this function is to define the square root of a given number. Okay, so here it calculates the square root of 10 and stores in the double variable d here. Okay, so all these functions comes under library functions. Okay, which have some predefined meaning and defined under header file. Okay, so if you want to print the result, so again we can have our printf statement here. Okay, /n/t. the square root of percentage t. So let's print the number is percentage LF, which is for double. So n comma t. Okay. So let us save and run the program here. So if you observe, we have obtained the square root of 10 here, which is obviously some 3 point odd double value. Okay. So in the same way, you can calculate the square root of any given number. Okay. So in the same way you can have 5 here. So just save and run the program here, just to get the square root value of 5. Okay. So in that way you can have numerous functions defined under the man.h header file. Okay. So this is the basic stuff to introduction to functions. So before learning what is a function, definition, calling and everything, so we need to have some basic idea of what is a function and how we are invoking it and using it. Okay. So for that purpose we have seen what are the basic functions which we are using until now. Okay. So in the same way, scanf is another function which we have used to take the input from the standard input. Okay. So in the same way, you can have many functions like get s to take the input as a string. Okay. So all those are defined under stdio.h. Okay. So see you in the next lesson. Goodbye.